These videos just keep getting stupider and stupider, don't they? Yes. Yes, they do. And in my opinion, I think that's what keeps it entertaining, to be honest. Today, guys, we are continuing this series where I spend 2,000 gems to upgrade another weapon, just to see if it's any good or not. Like I've been doing now for almost 3 months. Like I've been doing episodes like once a week, sometimes twice a week, like this week I did. So, last episode, I asked you guys if we, could hit 800 likes, and I would do another one, and that video has 1,350 likes right now. And it's been 2 days. I said it doesn't even have to be within the first 24 hours, it doesn't have to be within the first week. If I just see that sometime that video reaches 800 likes, then I would, do another part. Within 11 hours of that video going up, it already had 800 likes from everyone just clicking the like button. So you guys must really like seeing these videos. So today, guys, I made the fireworks launcher mythical, and oh my god, is it bad. Okay, so you guys know me. Whenever I make these videos, I want to take absolutely ridiculous weapons and make them mythical because it keeps the game entertaining, fun, and I guess enjoyable for me, because not a lot else is actually able to do that for me with this game anymore, to be honest. I've kind of run it dry, as you guys know, so doing these kinds of things actually keeps the game really interesting for me. I get to take a bunch of weapons that would normally never be anything good at all, and I will just, use it in a game at mythical. And at first, when I first started doing that, people were telling me I should make videos on it because it was funny, and I never really thought much of it because, I don't think anyone cared. But then I realized how much you guys like watching me waste my gems, and that just sort of adds to the fun factor of it. Not only can I enjoy the weapon because it's hilarious, but you guys can enjoy it too. And oh my god, so my next weapon that I do is probably going to be something that can top even the snowball or even the flowers, which was also another really ridiculous one. I have almost the complete set of sandbox weapons completely at mythical now, which is honestly insane, and I still have 8,000 gems, which means I can do this another 4 times, and that's not even saying I could go and do more duels and get even more gems and from the chests, so I could do this even more times if I really wanted to, because I would just, have to grind more. But without even grinding, I can do this another 4 times thanks to opening up all those chests that I did in a few videos ago, which, by the way, if you guys haven't seen that video, definitely go check it out. So was this, we gotta talk about a lot of stuff here. So first things first, was this worth it? No. This actually was a little bit over 2,000 gems. It was, I think, 2,100 on this one specifically, because I had to upgrade it to level 65 first. Usually I do this with weapons I already have at level 65 that I've tested at their maximum potential without actually upgrading their quality, and I've done that with a lot of weapons on this channel before. You guys already know I've done this. I've upgraded stupid weapons to mythical, I think 14 or 15 times on this channel already, but I've done it a lot, and sometimes they're worth it, like with the photon sniper, which now isn't worth it anymore because it got nerfed. Well, it didn't really get nerfed, but armor got buffed pretty much, so it's not really viable anymore at mythical. I mean, it's still a good weapon for 3-cat spam considering it doesn't have any delay, but there's definitely a lot of other weapons that you could do that are better than it. But like I said, I have done a couple good ones. Not that I can think of any right now, but I'm sure there have been. So, anyway, this is sort of on the list of weapons that are not worth it whatsoever. Similar to the flower, I actually thought that since it was such a ridiculous weapon, it actually might do crazy amounts of damage, because no one would ever think that the fireworks cannon would be OP, therefore it would never get nerfed. And so I kind of thought that with the flowers, the mythical flowers I did for the melee category in the sandbox weapon set, which is the one I did, I think 2 videos ago. So I kind of thought that since it had such a slow fire rate, and since it was just an uncommon weapon, I thought people would just, think that it was bad and no one would use it. And so, when I made it mythical, I was actually expecting for it to be really, really good, and it ended up being really bad. Now, for some reason, I thought this would be different. I mean, I wanted to do it anyway just because it's comical, but I actually thought that this one was going to be really high damaging because it's the fireworks cannon. It's cool. No one actually uses it. No one actually thinks it needs to be nerfed, so it's probably pretty good. It's terrible. It's really, really bad. It's a 3 or 4 shot to the body. I think it's 3 shot without clan armor and then 4 shots with clan armor, and that's not even mentioning how little ammo you have. Since the fire rate is so fast, you can basically waste all of your ammo within 20 seconds. It's pretty ridiculous, to be honest, especially if you're on duels. In deathmatch, it won't really matter as much because you can just pick up some ammo after someone dies, but in that situation where you're shooting someone 4 times with a heavy weapon, you will probably die before you even get a chance to kill that person and pick up ammo. Which, I mean, I guess you can spawn in and just have all your ammo back again, but if you're trying to go for kill streaks, it would be impossible. And it just overall really is kind of inconvenient for getting kills. And that's not even mentioning how inconvenient this is for duels, which I sort of touched upon that already. But it's mostly inconvenient for duels. Like I said, deathmatch not as bad because you can pick up ammo, but for duels it's really bad, which you guys will see here in a little bit. But for deathmatch, I gotta say, I struggled a lot to get this thing and to get me to first place. I probably played like 4 or 5 games before I even got second place. And then it took me a while to get first, which even with the flowers, I was able to get first place on my first attempt, which was pretty surprising. But with the fireworks, I had to wait and play a lot of games in order to get to first place. So you guys will now see this in a game of duels where a person was spamming heavy at me using gadgets and whatnot, you know, the typical duels player. You'll see it here. Even rocket jumping this player was, and you can see I just sort of gave up on trying to use the fireworks cannon on there because not only does this thing have really low damage, but also has really slow travel time as well. And additionally to that, it also has a very small damage radius. Well, not very small, a very low damaging damage radius. It's actually kind of a big damage radius, but the damage is significantly decreased whenever you're trying to use the damage radius effect. It can take up to 7 shots to your average player with the damage radius of this thing in order to kill them on mythical with level 6 magic modules. Now, I know a bunch of people are gonna say, well, it's only bad because you have level 6 magic modules on it. Well, I also tried using it on kinetic with kinetic 7 modules, and even that is still bad. And even in that scenario, you would have to make it mythical for it to be any good at all, which I did with this video. And since everyone uses kinetic armor, my kinetic 7 and magic 6 will pretty much do around the same amount of damage in normal games, because the kinetic armor will actually reflect some of the kinetic modules that I have on it. So that's why I went with the magic. And even then, it was really, really terrible. Like, this probably is the worst heavy I have. It's probably one of the worst heavies in the game. And I would say it would be a lot better if the damage was not as trash. Like, the damage is so bad. And that's not the only thing that could be improved. The fire rate can be decreased so that the damage can go up, which would be a great thing to do this gun. I mean, again, it's not like you're supposed to, you know, use it in any sort of serious competitive matches because it's the fireworks cannon. It's not actually something that you're trying to use to win, or at least not that people think. So, well, you just gotta, I don't know, maybe drop the damage radius of it to make it so that the damage, when you get close to them, if the damage will actually do more of their health or more of their armor, with I guess a trade-off of damage radius. Like, I'd rather do more damage than have a higher damage radius because I can actually aim at people, you know. I don't know, but I gotta say, overall, this is not worth it whatsoever. Please don't do this. It's a total waste of 2,000 gems, and I'm only doing it because I promised you guys I would, which gets me into the next section of this video. If this video gets 900 likes, I will do another part, and this time the most upvoted comment in the comment section, comment a gun that you want me to make mythical, and the most upvoted or the most liked comment I will use for the next video, and I will choose it within the first 24 hours. So get to thinking, guys. Pick a weapon that would be absolutely ridiculous, or pick one that maybe would even be really good on mythical. Just let me know down in the comments. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys all next time.